This is Monster Train. It's definitely a spiritual follow-up to Slay the Spire, made by different people. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Griftlands in concept, in that they took the idea underlying Slay the Spire and then said, okay, how can we make this more interesting and more complicated for people who've played a ton of Slay the Spire and are ready to move on to something new? So Griftlands took that in the direction of trying to tell a more complex and interesting story, it's sort of, instead of having just be a straight up card combat game, trying to give a context to the combat that makes it really interesting, and sort of branched out into a couple of different contexts to make it mean more. Monster Train went in a different direction. The storyline of this game, the context of it, is just as simple and straightforward as Slay the Spire. This is basically mythic heaven and hell Snowpiercer is sort of the story. You're on a train full of demons and you're trying to reignite the fires of hell, and that's it. That's all we need to know, and the angels are trying to stop you. But where they made it more complicated was not with the story and the context, but with the mechanics, and it is super complicated. So yeah, I started a run, but let's start this whole thing from scratch. So you should expect to see a lot of similarities to Slay the Spire in the way this works, but with some differences. Okay, so I need to pick my clan. So in the past, I've done it this way, where my primary clan, which determines my main I should actually move myself to the top left here. The main monster that I'm using that is fighting on my side is determined by my primary clan that I choose, and then my allied clan also contributes cards to my deck and I think characters to my arsenal. So this is the one I've done before. Let's change it up. So now my primary clan will be this crazy person, and my allied clan will be the Hellhorned. So sure, I'm just trying something new. This is my second run of the game. I have only played one run, just enough to get a sense of how it works, but we're still discovering this together. So the final boss of this one is Seraph the Diligent. So I have that to look forward to. In the last run, I got to the boss, but then the boss annihilated me. And so I'm kind of expecting this run to be maybe similar. We'll find out. All right, so here is my train moving down my track. I've got some little options. Basically, the stuff that you see next to the track is all like just opportunities to upgrade your stuff, or whatever. So okay, let's see here. So I've got my champion, who is the main sort of character that's fighting on my side, and I can decide whether to give them spikes, so they're returning damage to enemies, or rejuvenate, so when I heal them, they deal extra damage in that moment when I heal them, which I could do multiple times. I kind of like this. Let's try this one. And then, I can get an artifact, whatever these are. Oh, friendly units get extra health, or rage does not decay on friendly units. I've never seen rage before, so I'm not going to rely that that'll be useful. I'll grab this one. And, okay, so we're going to move down the track and have a battle. Here is how battles work. No, I'm not going to make this harder. Are you crazy? So you have the option when you're starting a battle to make it harder for greater rewards. I'm not doing that. I'm not ready for that. Okay, so these are two enemies right here. This is the slot where I stick my friendlies. And actually, there's no good place to stick my face. Let's try the bottom right. No, actually, you know what? Let's go upper right. I think I'm blocking the least important stuff right now. I'm going to keep moving around if I get in the way, though. Okay, so I've got some enemies to fight over here. I'm going to put my guy over here. So far, that's just like Slay the Spire, right? You've got enemies on one side, my hero on the other side, trading blows back and forth until somebody dies. Where it gets weird is the fact that there are multiple floors above me on this train, and these enemies are going to keep progressing up the floor. So we're not going to have one battle. We're going to basically have 4 sequential battles that I'm fighting at the same time. So they start on the bottom floor. So I've got... Okay, so I'm going to grab the Sentient, which is my champion, my main character. and I'm gonna set them on this floor so they can basically battle every new person when they come in. They're likely to be the character on my side who does the most damage and stuff. So any damage I can do to enemies to sort of butter them up for the rest of the combat, I want to do here. So, but I can also grab a second character, maybe put them in front to protect my main character. And now I can cast some spells too. So I can do, okay, so this character only has 1 health. So rather than letting them hang around, I'm just going to use some direct damage, a direct damage card on them to just set them on fire. And then I could use these cards to restore my characters. All of your healing cards, they don't just heal the character, but they also add regeneration to them, which means that it's actually valuable for me to heal a character even when they're at full capacity, so that they regenerate next turn. Also, because I upgraded this character with the ability to deal damage when I rejuvenate them, or when I heal them, that means I just did damage to this character and this character's in trouble. Now you can see little previews here of what's going to happen to the character next turn. So this guy does 3 damage, and so he's going to attack first and do 3 damage to this character. But then both of my guys are going to attack. This guy's going to do 5 damage and kill him before this guy even has a chance to move. So we're going to hit the end turn button and watch that happen. Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Ooh, but a robber showed up on this level, so now we've got to deal with 2 levels of enemies. So let's throw a couple of train stewards out here. And then again, we've got a character with 1 health, so they're easy to torch. And so this character is also going to get killed by these guys, so that's good. He's doomed. This guy's only going to take 5 damage. Oh man, so I've used all of my energy, which means I can't heal this character and take this character all the way down. So that's bad for me. That might have been a bad move. Let's end the turn and see what happens. So this guy attacks me. I attack him back. I don't kill him, which means he climbs to the next level. So now, okay, so these guys each have 5 attack. So they're each going to take him down by 5, which is great. They're going to take him down to have only 5 health left, which means if I put somebody else on the next floor, this guy will be enough to take this guy completely out. So I don't worry about this guy anymore. He's going to pass through a gauntlet that's going to kill him. Nobody new showed up here, which I think means the boss is on the way. Let me restore health to this character. And I think we're good. So he attacks, gets attacked back by both characters. He's going to go upstairs. And now we've got the boss. Okay, so you notice the boss has a lot more health. Also, at each level, the boss, instead of just having 1 fight and then progressing upwards, this boss is going to fight until either he or my guys are dead. And so this is sort of kind of each floor is now going to be a last stand going up the chain. So it looks like right now, my guys are only going to do 5 damage to him. And they're both going to die. Because this character doesn't even do any damage unless I'm healing them. So if I heal them, each time I heal them, they do a ton of damage to this dude. Okay, so now that I've done all that extra damage, now the boss is going to die. So this is kind of an unconventional champion. The other champion would attack like a normal person, you know, and it's kind of a better, more simple example of what it's like to have a champion in this game. This character, I'm kind of surprised to see that they don't attack. All they do is sit there passively and absorb damage unless I'm actually spending restore cards on them. So that's, yeah, it's an interesting, weird difference. Anyway, so let's end the turn. This guy gets worked, and this guy attacks, gets destroyed, and now it doesn't matter about the other guy because we've won. So it's a victory, we've got some spoils, and so I'm picking a card from each of the packs represented by my alliance here. So first I choose from the green cards that come from, you know, my main clan. So I can apply regen to somebody, restore 2 health to all friendly units, and deal 2 damage to all enemy units. Yeah, especially since one of my units just does a ton of damage whenever I do that to them. That sounds great. Okay, so now I'm going to pick from the card pack from my allied clan. So I imagine as I'm unlocking clans over time, I'm going to get a more diverse array of card packs to choose from, which means I'll be able to sort of mix and match and sort of decide which card packs I think complement each other in the best way. So it's kind of like when you get to draw cards from across characters in Slay the Spire, which is a very rare, occasional type experience. Here, it's a fundamental part of your strategy. Awesome Twitch Dude asks if I've ever played Hearthstone. Yes, I have. I used to really like it and played it when it was new. I'm not very good at it. I never really excelled at it, and so I eventually stopped as other people were getting great. I kind of fell off, but I really loved it in theory, and I love all of the games that have sort of drawn their UI inspiration from Hearthstone. Hearthstone did a really good job of making it really clear how cards worked and what they cost, and just all of the UI, the UX involved in making a card game work. All of the really powerful feedback they give you every time anything happens, cards breaking and shattering, it all feels really great. And I feel like all the card games that have come after Hearthstone have really been inspired by the work that Hearthstone did to establish a set of standards for how these games work. So I appreciate Hearthstone even when I don't play it. Awesome Twitch Dude asks, would I work for Blizzard? I don't think Blizzard's offering, so it's not likely to be an answer. I mean, I really like working at Undead Labs. I mean, I've really kind of, for the past 7 years, I've kind of defined my career around the kind of work that Undead Labs does. So I feel like that company and I are kind of joined at the hip right now, so I'm not really looking at other places. Anyway, ooh, the Welder Helper. I like this guy. I'm gonna grab this. Okay. So we completed that round. So now I get to choose one side or the other to follow. So it just depends on what I want. So let's see here. Forge my units to gain new powers. Forge my spells to gain new powers. Get some coins. Or get a new unit. Okay, let's go over here. We're going down this side and then we can grab each of these things. So what can I do here? So I can upgrade a unit with spikes. I can upgrade a unit with quick. What's quick? Attacks before enemy units. Okay, that's pretty rare. I can upgrade a unit with extra attack. You know what? I wonder if I can put attack on the sentient. Ooh, I can't put attack on the sentient. That's interesting. But I can put it on the Welder Helper. So yeah, so now he's useful in a whole new way. And I've got enough cash that I can probably do other stuff here. Ooh, I can spend money to re-roll what's here too. Okay, what about spikes? Okay, so it looks like I can't apply any of these to my champion. My champion, I think, has their own upgrade track that just ignores all of this. So that's interesting to know. So can I just put spikes on any of these guys? Like this one? Okay, yeah. So now I've got a spiky guy. Let's just do it to everybody. So let's just have... Okay, so you see that they've got... Each of them has 2 slots for me to upgrade them with various abilities. I kind of like that. So in Slay the Spire, each card has only 1 upgrade. And once you know, is one specific thing. When you upgrade it, it's just a binary thing. Either it's upgraded or not, and then it's done. With a couple of rare exceptions. In Griftlands, each card has got specific upgrades, but it's multiple specific upgrades, and it's randomly determined which ones you have access to. And so there's a lot more choice making that goes on with upgrades, but it's still very locked into, you know, this particular card has this particular potential. But this game looks like they've really made it flexible. Like, you've got just a range of different possible upgrades that could be applied to any card, and you get to mix and match them. And so I imagine the variety of different hands that people can create by mixing and matching all these pieces is really huge. Okay, so now my train stewards are starting to be different from each other, which is interesting. And then I can get a Hellhorned unit. Maybe I should have done this first while I still had access to the upgrades. Oh well. Okay, so this guy... So at the end of each combat, he gets armor, which is good. This guy has a ridiculous attack, though. I feel like that's what I'm missing, is somebody who does a ton of damage, since my champion, it mostly just takes damage. I think I'm going to grab this guy. Alright, and now it's time for battle. Bassinger says, I like the unit choice a lot. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'm fighting this guy. I can learn about them. Honestly, I understand this game still so little that I think I would gain nothing from trying to read everything right now. Let's just be surprised. So. Alright, so we got this person, Ford's Disciple. A lot of health, not very much attack. And this person adds Sinner's Burden card to the top of my draw pile at the end of combat. Interesting. Okay, so I still feel like I want the Sentient here. And then who do I put so I can... Okay, the Horned Warrior is going to take this guy down pretty fast. And honestly, I would have been smarter to... what am I trying to say? To use Quick on this guy. Quick was one of the upgrades where I could get the character to attack first. This guy attacking first will annihilate most people that would have potentially damaged him. So that wasn't the best move. Okay, so this card... Okay, spells only affect one floor. Okay, so I'm going to use this card here because it'll kill this character. And, and because I rejuvenated this character, they did damage over here, which is great. I got one left. And so this guy is going to take 2 damage. And so I think I'm going to use Restore on him. Oh, wait, no. If I use Restore here, it'll just kill this guy and then nobody takes damage. That's way better. So let's do that. And we got a Thief. Okay, so let's throw this Train Steward in here. Gonna kill the Thief. That's good. Let's use Torch to take this person out. This person's gonna get killed after they hit this guy. So let's use Restore on him so that he'll heal afterwards. So I guess, yeah, I only had 1 Restore, so I couldn't take this character completely out by restoring the Sentient twice. So I think this is better for me in the long run. Oh, Bassinger points out that I could have put the Horned Warrior behind the Champion because the Champion has so much health. You're right, that would have been a better move. I'm kind of stuck with it now, but that would have been a better move. Okay, one thing to note. Each character, each minion, has got these little balls at the top. These represent how much space they take up on the floor. So for instance, I can't put this guy here because there's only room for 1. And he's got 2. But I can put the Welder Helper here. And he now armors this guy in the front, which is great because this guy is vulnerable. He does a lot of damage, but he doesn't have as much health. But now he's got armor protecting him. So that's good. I'm just going to... Ooh, I'll get this quick guy here. Let's set that guy here. And then... Nothing left to do, so let's just end the turn. Okay, so here's the boss. The boss has got 90, but it looks like the boss is going to die on this floor. He's going to kill this guy. This guy not, and this guy not. Okay, well, I guess, I'll torch this person just because. And, let's just make this even easier. Okay, looks like that didn't actually make that much of a difference, so let's watch this play out. And we're gone. Cool. Alright, so get to, again, so this is a really useful one. I like it. Consume once per battle. Okay, so that's like exhaust, I think. I love how these card games, they all have the same rules, but they all have to name everything differently. Because this idea of you use a card once in a particular engagement, and then it's gone forever, has a different name in Slay the Spire, Griftlands, and Monster Train. They all have to come up with their own terminology. Okay, so I can make a unit tougher. Let's go with making a unit tougher. And then... Rage. Decreases every turn, okay. And then piercing, deal 5 damage, and apply armor 20. Oh wait, so I damage my own unit, but I give them armor? Okay. This is all tempting. Let's go with Ritual of Battle. Let's learn about Rage. Okay. Alright, so now I can choose between... Okay, my Pyre hasn't lost any health, but Pyre is sort of the main thing I'm defending. None of the bosses have gotten to the Pyre yet, so I don't need this. And I haven't used the Merchant of Magic yet. And, oh, a new unit. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so... Okay, so make something really powerful but with single use. I can make a spell cost less, or double stack. Status effect. Oh, everything's doubled about the card. Okay, let's try this. Oh yeah, so Ritual of Battle costs 3. I can make it cheaper. Let's do that. And then making something really powerful in single use. Let's do that with one of my torches. So now it does 22 damage, but I can only use it once per combat. And then, oh, I've got exactly 85 left. Well... So I can, that means I can give extra regen? Or maybe apply extra rage? Rage 12? Yeah, let's do that. So this card is ridiculously powerful now. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I can grab a new Hellhorn. So I get another Steelworker. Because didn't I grab this last time? Or Demon Fiend costs 4. I don't think I ever have 4 energy right now. I haven't gotten a means to do that, so I think I have to pick this one. And then some caverns. I like these where it like opens up the door of the train and you get to see an encounter. A cave of 1,000 eyes seems to awaken as you grow near. From deep within a voice emerges. Relinquish your life or your wealth, and you may be rewarded if you are deemed worthy. You don't often make offerings to unknown beasts, but you consider making an exception for this cave. You toss in your tribute. So I lose 5 health and a 10% chance to gain an artifact. That is not good enough chance. I'm leaving that alone. Do not waste any more of our time. Okay, I will depart. Okay, so now time for the next battle. Oh, this is the big one, I think? Or maybe it's not. No, this is Daedalus, though. I've seen this guy. This guy's weird. He's different from the other bosses we've seen. Constructed explosives enter with damage shield. Whatever that means. Okay, so I think this boss can actually appear on any floor and causes all kinds of problems for me. I can damage him if I can get past all the enemies. And that's the problem. Okay, so let's put the sentient here. I think I definitely want to torch that bomb. Oh wait, damage shield. Well, put him here. And then... Okay, looks like I'm going to kill a couple of these people at least. Okay, yeah, so if I had actually been able to do enough damage early on to that bomb to hit it before it exploded, that would have been nice. I did not succeed at doing that, though. Okay, so I think I can probably ignore him over here, except that... Okay, I've got my quick guy. Okay, so first off, okay, we're going to defeat this guy. We're going to get some damage done here. We're not going to do any damage to this person. Oh, look at my 22 damage thing. What can I use that for? I don't think... oh, can I just use it on him? Yeah, probably. But then... I might need to do extra damage. You know what? I think I'm just going to not put anybody here, let this bomb go off, and not let anybody get hurt. I'm going to hit the boss with my powerful torch. And then... do I want my quick guy? Oh, he can't even fit there anyway. And none of these characters will fit on this bottom floor. Okay, let's definitely restore this guy. Okay, now... why are they both going to die now? What's different? Because I thought this guy can't attack, and this guy can only attack once. Why are both of these going to die? That's interesting. Okay, well let's toss the steelworker over here. And I think we'll be good. Okay, so that explodes, doesn't hurt anybody. This guy doesn't have an attack and gets killed. And then he attacks. They both attack. Oh! Interesting. So, I think what happens is, these restore cards, they restore health immediately, which causes damage to happen, but they also, because they add this regen ability, this kicks in after the fight and heals the character again. And so that second heal also causes them to attack another time. So that makes sense. Alright, so now we've got a problem here, which is this thing. Okay, so it'll nullify one source of damage, so I have to hit this thing twice to keep it from going off. This person is taken care of. I don't need to worry about them. So yeah, so let's focus on this. So let's try to deal damage to it. That fails. Let's deal damage again to destroy it. And then let's make this guy more powerful so that when he attacks, he'll hit Daedalus harder. Alright. Yikes. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. And a bomb. Yeah, my champion's in trouble unless I can do something dramatic. Well, first, let's try some healing. Okay, we're still gonna die, and it seems like there's not much I can do about it. Yeah, hitting the bomb isn't really gonna help because I don't have anyone quick on this floor to deal with it. So I think I might just take that guy out and let my champion die. Unfortunately, I don't think I had a choice there. Unless I just planned ahead better. Alright, so... okay, so I can do something about this. Okay, so I'm going to cast this, cast a torch, and then I'm going to place the... wait. Welder Helper is so useful with another character. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to put him here. Because this character needs the armor so badly. And I was going to put somebody here to fight him, but now I can't. Yeah, that was not a very well planned turn. So Bassinger points out, by the way, I didn't catch this when it was relevant, but Bassinger points out that encounter I had with the cave early on, where it was like a 10% chance to get an artifact if I spent 5 health. He points out that it would have repeated multiple times until I got it. I've had a similar encounter in Slay the Spire that I'm really familiar with, and I suspected that was the case, but I wasn't sure, and I also don't have a good sense of scale, like, how much health am I willing to give up? And so I just didn't want to risk it because I didn't know how fast that percentage was going to climb or anything. But yeah, you're right. I probably should have, I could have, if I decided to, stuck around, spent a fair amount of health, because I hadn't actually lost any pyre health at that point. Might have been worthwhile for me to spend it to try to get an artifact. Okay, so he's going to lose 52 health fighting these guys, but he's going to kill them both. This guy might last a little bit against him the next turn. Oh, Ritual of Battle. Apply Rage 12. Let's... okay, so this guy does 54 damage now. That's significant improvement. He's still not going to last forever. The train steward will fit here. He's got more health. Let's put him in front. Okay, everybody's still going to die, but this guy's going to get hit way more. So you see how this works? Basically, he's going to start hitting people, but because he's got another person to kill first, he's going to be exposed for longer, and that means this guy with his massive damage is going to hit him way more. And so his health is going to be almost down to nothing by the time he moves up to the next floor. So that's really good. So let's end the turn here. So he only gets to attack once each turn, and then all of my guys attack him. So now he's down to 8 health, which is great for me. So I love how they sort of ice over each of these floors as they're moving up to just say, like, hey, nothing else is going to happen on this floor now. The boss is only going to be going up towards the pyre. But it looks like he's just about to die, and there's... I don't even need to play anything. I mean, let's, you know... I mean, overkill is fun. Let's do some overkill. And goodbye, Daedalus. Okay, so we got some cash, got some cards to choose from. Ooh, okay, an arbitrary amount of rage and armor. That seems pretty good. Damage to the front unit, 15 times the number of imp units in your deck. I think this is my first imp. A cycle of life. Enhance unit with extra health and apply spikes 4. 3 is pretty expensive. Let's grab this one. This one's interesting. And now... Branded Warrior. Rage 4, apply Rage 3 to friendly unit. Oh, when they die, they make everyone else get Rage. Interesting. This one, multi-strike 2, so they'll hit twice, and each of those 2 times, they'll actually hit 3 times. So that's interesting. And then Thorned Hollow, gain 40 max health when it's summoned, but you have to heal it up. And then it gains spikes whenever I rejuvenate it. I'm already going to be spending my rejuvenation on the champion, so I feel like this would be sort of asking for the same resources. So I think... Let's grab this one just because it's interesting. That I want to understand its attack pattern better. Now I've got some enhancements for what? My pyre gets extra attack and... Okay, look at my pyre upgrades the same each time, but the question is, do I get more energy, more cards, or more space on each floor? Let's go more energy. Alright. So, next section, let's see here. Got some coins, duplicate cards. This might be cool, because I've got some pretty upgraded cards. And get a unit, versus removing cards. Upgrading my champion. Can I do this no matter what? Is this on both sides? It looks like it is. Gain an artifact. I think this side sounds better, so I'm going to grab the coins. Get a unit. What's sweep? Attacks all enemy units with only 3, but it's got a lot of health. This one... Okay, this one also benefits from healing multiple times. So apparently... The Awoken units, their whole thing is the more you heal them, the better the better they get. So yeah, let's grab this guy. And then duplicating cards. Let's grab one of my upgraded cards. Like this one would be crazy to duplicate, or this torch card that does 22 damage would be cool too. Let's duplicate this one because it gets consumed. So being able to use it twice would be particularly valuable. And then let's upgrade my champion. So I can either do even more damage to the front enemy unit and have more health, or I can get spikes, so when I get attacked, I do damage back. This is so powerful. Let's grab this. Okay. Of course, because I just got another unit that would benefit from me healing them again and again, maybe I should have grabbed the one that was more passive. I'm having second thoughts now, but well, I guess we've already made the decision, so... So I think I saw a little message there that said these guys actually get stronger as they climb. That sounds scary. Oh, after combat, yeah, they get more attack power, so we want to take them out fast. Alright, so let's... I always put this guy on the bottom floor. And then, ooh, I can add armor. And... oh, this character. Oh, I've got more energy than usual, that's right. Okay, so let's add this guy. So the problem is, I'm not really attacking these guys very much. Okay, so let's have the Animus attack them. Let's up its power. And then this torch is all I got left. I mean, it's not worth very much, but might as well do it because I can. And let's end the turn. Okay, so they just got more powerful, but one of them's about to die. Oh, there's so many of them. And a robber? I don't like these robbers. Okay. So, Steelworker. We'll definitely kill the front one. But let's see here. And then if I can do some healing over here, I can do some extra damage to these folks. So yeah, so let's put the Steelworker here. He's gonna kill this guy at least. I kind of want to take this guy out though, so let's do this. And then let's heal this guy once. So now that I've done a bunch of damage to this guy, enough damage is going to spill over that we're going to kill both of them. This one is still going to get by me though, so I've really got to worry about how I'm going to face this guy at the upper level. And now he does 8 damage. Oh, right, it's that final regen that did it. That makes sense. So I like how versatile Animus of Will here is, because it attacks multiple times. So most characters, they attack once. But because they attack once, basically, even if they have an amazing, huge attack, it'll always stop on the first character, even if the first character has only 1 health. This character, because it splits it among multiple attacks, if they have a weak first character in front of them, they can go through that character and then keep hitting the person behind them. So, okay, so I've got nobody up here. But I can do 30 damage with this guy. Will that be enough? Not quite. But then this guy will do some damage to the pyre and then get killed. So maybe I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, so let's throw this guy up here. Oh wait, he's gonna get killed. Oh crap. That was a miscalculation on my part. Holy crap. So he's not gonna do any damage to this guy because this guy attacks him so hard. Ah! Do I have anything to mitigate this? Yes, I can put a character in front of him that has more health. Okay, now together they're gonna kill him. So, great. I could have planned that a lot better though. So what else can I do? Got a lot of guys here. And this guy's really well armored, so we're not gonna take him out very easily. So I can do a restore. Now this guy's gonna get killed, but these two are still gonna be able to make it upstairs. I can apply rage and armor to someone. Maybe this guy? Do more damage on the way up? And let's go. Alright, so these guys make it unscathed, so that these armor guys are really valuable to them. Okay, so I can apply rage to this guy. He'll definitely take out the first one. So that'll be helpful. And these guys can take out the second one. I can use my remaining. Okay, cool. So now we took out that front guy. So now we'll actually take out one of these before they make it upstairs. A brief respite. So no one knew on the bottom floor, but the boss is about to show up. Alright, so I've mostly got train stewards. So this guy's going to be taken out. He's going to do a lot of damage to this one, though. So let's... Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. Got my spiky guy here. This guy's definitely going to go. I mean, there's kind of no point in using the torch. So I think we're just going to end turn here. So at least the pyre's going to be safe before the boss shows up. I have no idea what to expect from the boss. At least we're going to have a break for these guys. Okay, so first we have this guy in front. This guy, ooh, we're going to do a lot of damage to him, but not enough. We're going to waste a lot of time taking this guy out. So let's see if we can take this guy out early. Okay, so now we're going to do 390 damage to this guy because we don't have to fight through the first guy. And if I regen, now we're going to kill the boss on the first floor. That makes me very happy. So I imagine as this guy climbed floors, he was going to get a ton of attack as he kept climbing. Oh, we're really just going to take forever doing this. I hadn't really thought about how low these attack values are. I think there might be a way to speed this up, but I forgot how. So we're just going to sit and watch this. Hey, Wearing Orb, thanks for joining me. And yeah, hope you have a good sleep. Don't let social media bring you down too much. There's so much going on in the world right now. It's I spent hours today looking at stuff that was making me angry. All right, so we won. Draw extra cards next turn. Okay, so this is a character. Drop +1 each turn, and then restore 30 health and apply regen 4. So that's a lot of health. You know, this is really good for the characters that actually start with high max and room to expand into it. So let's grab this one. And then I've already got one of these. Double the armor on a unit. And then deal 5 damage and apply armor. Oh, this one, right. Am I really going to want to spend that much? I'm not confident that I want to spend that much, so I'm just going to grab the one that's flexible. Okay. So, we can forge some magic spells, remove cards, restore pyre health. Don't need that. Duplicate cards, gain an artifact. Yeah, let's do this one. So let's grab some coins, grab an artifact. So apply rooted to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre room. Okay, so it'll slow people down on the way up to the pyre. This one trains steward units to gain damage shield 2 and multi-strike 1. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do that. And then that makes him much more powerful. So what can I duplicate here? Having more welder helpers would be nice, especially since this one's kind of upgraded. And think that might... Yeah, let's grab a couple of welder helpers. They're little, they back up other people, and this one does extra damage, so I approve. Alright, the Harpy's Guard. So this guy attacks all units, but he only does 3 damage. That's nice. And he's got Rage, which decreases. But he gains Rage when he kills something. So we don't want him to kill anything. Good to know. So let's throw the Sentient on there. I really wanted this card with something else. Oh, wait, nope. Not that torch. This torch. Take that guy out. Let's put this guy over here. Is that what I want? Not sure. Okay, so let's... Actually, you know what I should probably do? Is just apply this here. So now he's going to regenerate by 4 next turn and do a ton of damage to this guy. Probably good. Oh, these little jerks. Okay. So this person's probably good to put here. Let's see here. Horned Warrior does 30 points of damage. Yeah, let's put the Horned Warrior here. Put the Animus here. We're not doing enough damage yet. Now this one's gonna die. Then let's enhance this one so it does more damage. Still gonna take some damage, but nothing I can do about that, so let's end the turn. That's another nice thing about multi-strike characters, is if you enhance their damage, that enhancement is multiplied by the number of times they hit per turn. So we can apply Rage and Armor to somebody. This one's already going to be taken out. I can torch them if I need to. Looks like I kind of don't need to. They're not going to do any... Oh, so they're a healer. So a healer by themselves is not much of a threat. Well, let's just ignore that upstairs then. So we're going to kill this guy, but let this guy up unscathed, and this guy's going to take some damage. So not a fan of that. Unfortunately, also not a lot I can do about it. Like maybe if I stick the welder helper up here? Yeah, that didn't really change anything. We're just all taking more damage. So I could add a bunch of armor to this guy. This guy's going to get the worst of it. I could add armor to him and Rage, or I could try to stick more people up here. Let's stick more people up here. Even though I don't need him yet, I'll need him eventually. And then, yeah, let's give this guy a little bit more survivability and a little bit more damage. Alright, yeah, so this guy, he made it upstairs. So he's going to do a little bit of damage. They're going to do a bunch of damage to him, but not enough. Is there much I can do about that? Let's see, we're also going to take this guy out. That's good. After taking very little damage, and this guy's just a healer, so not too worried about him. So yeah, I think this guy's my big problem. So I could just apply a ton of rage and armor to this guy and do more damage. But I've got these stewards. Maybe I should... Yeah, I'm going to put one... This one's a good steward. I'm going to put him upstairs. And then spike this guy up. I mean, armor this guy up. Oh, wait. If I added damage, I should have added damage to this one. Oh, well. Okay, so is this guy gonna go out? Not quite yet. Okay. Okay, can do that. Now he's gonna be taken out. This guy's gonna be taken out. We got a brief respite. Let's restore health here, because this guy's got a lot of room to add health. So let's just do whatever we can with that. And then, I don't know. Probably that rage would have been better than just adding a little bit more health to that character. Okay, 550 health and life steal. Okay, so he's gonna kill everybody and take no damage? What? How does that work? So he hits all units. So he's gonna hit all of us for 8, which takes both of these guys out. Is there anything I can do about that? I mean, maybe not. So, like, no one is going to attack this guy on this floor. That's a big problem. That's a huge problem. Dang, I don't think I can do much about it. So let's give this guy a bunch of health. Hopefully that'll make a difference. We get to hit them multiple times. And then I think, do I want to put this train steward up? Or use this 22 damage? 22 damage is a lot, but it's not a lot compared to this guy's health. I think we might benefit more from spending our energy on this guy. Alright, let's see what happens. So, he's going to take out both of these guys and then just take his time whittling this guy down. Yep, that didn't go that great. Okay, so this turn, he's going to go down by 213. That's better. It's not great. Unfortunately, so I've got no room for more minions. Alright, so we can make this character last for 1 turn, which isn't nothing. Yeah, that's kind of a waste. Oh well. And then do 2 damage to him, because why not? Okay, so we're gonna go back and forth a couple of times here. He's gonna lifesteal each time, or is he out of lifesteal now? I think he's out of lifesteal now. He wasted it all on the first floor, well, when he was at full health. So that's good. His lifesteal didn't give him as much of an advantage as it normally might. So now so these guys are only gonna take 90 off him. So I think his first couple of attacks aren't gonna work on these guys because they've got damage shield. Unfortunately, I don't think there's that much I can do to help with these cards. I mean, I can... That didn't do anything. Ooh, I can do 22 damage to him. That's about it. So, let's have these guys do their best. I realized I wasted those heals on that first guy. I wasn't thinking. These guys are much more effective than they normally are. Alright, so he's coming up to the pyre with 192. So the pyre can defend itself. And luckily he doesn't do much damage. So he's got a ton of health, but he's not hurting the pyre that much, while the pyre is whittling him down a lot faster. So I survive, but the pyre took some hits, and so it's going to make me more vulnerable next round. Alright, enhance unit with extra health, apply spikes. Alright. Restore friendly units to full health. That sounds really powerful with that one character with the flexible amount of health. Let's grab this one. And then Branding right again. Reinforce. Consume double the armor on a unit. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 4 times the amount of armor on friendly units. Sure, that sounds interesting. Oh, so Rixif asks, I have watched some of the VOD. Why did you always put your champion behind other units when it's supposed to get healed anyway? That's a very good question. That's me being inexperienced with the game, probably. So in my previous run, I had a character that was good at attacking but not that great at defense as my champion, and so I got into a habit of always putting them behind other characters, and so I've just carried that habit over, even though it's not appropriate for this champion. This champion is actually much more of a defensive champion. So as I've gone on with this run, I've gotten better at remembering that, but you know, I'm still very new and shaky at this game. Oh, artifacts? Okay. Restore some pyre health. That's a good idea. Get some money. Versus... Simple vortex. Yeah, let's go this way. So let's restore some pyre health. Let's look at some artifacts. We got 475 up here. And... okay. So sting spells get plus 20 power. I don't know what sting is. X cost cards get plus 3 to their X value when played. Ooh, I've got one of those. And my pyre gets plus 40. Let's grab this. Oh, let's grab both. Why not? And then some cash, and then next fight. Alright, so I feel like this run is longer than my first run. I wonder if they did an artificially short run for my very first game of this. So I feel like this is going on longer than usual. By usual, I mean the one experience I've had. Okay, it's going to add Scourge cards, whatever that is. What? Well, this looks hard. Okay, so flying bosses apparently just like to show up for no reason. Okay, so it's immobile, but it's got a lot of health, and everyone stands behind it. Great. Okay, so I can put the sentient here, of course. Ultimate penance. Your pyre takes... Okay, so if I don't spend this, my pyre takes 5 damage. But all this is worth is... So basically they're trying to suck 2 of my energy. Well, that sucks. Okay, so... You know what? Since this is the one that does 22 damage, I think I'm going to apply it to the boss. Either that or... So at 40... This is going to lose 39 damage and just barely miss. You know what? It's just not worth it, though. I can use a smaller torch on it. So I think... Yeah, I'm going to use this here. Oh, wait a minute! No! Oh! I didn't realize I had enough energy that I could have gotten rid of this and saved myself this pyre damage. Dang it, that was a bad move. Oh well. Okay, so now they've got a full blocker right here. And that's going to be true every single turn. So this guy's going to be vulnerable to these guys. In fact, he's going to die unless he's got somebody in front of him. So I have to bring both of these guys together for this to make any sense. And then I can apply a bunch of rage and armor to somebody. If I don't care about this. 3 damage isn't that much damage. I can also torch somebody and just get rid of them altogether. This is the one who does 6 damage. What do these guys do? Okay, I can't torch... Oh, this is the 22 damage torch. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so let's use a 22 damage torch on... But you know what? This will come back later. It's probably more valuable. Yeah, it's more valuable to do this. Alright, end turn. Okay, so these guys get to move up, but I am destroying the statues, which is nice. But again, got these guys up here, fully protected. I've got so many bad cards right now. Oh my gosh, okay. So, the guy does 18 damage. Ooh. This seems valuable. Alright, so let's put this guy here to start whittling down this statue. And then... Okay, this guy's taken care of. This guy's only going to take 9 damage, right. Unless I hit restore here. Okay, that's going a little bit better. Okay, so I think I want to do this. To at least damage one of these guys. And then... just get rid of one of these. And I'm going to take 8 damage. But I did just expand my pirate's health, so... yeah. So Rixif says, isn't removing the starter cards usually very good in games like this? Like maybe I shouldn't be dismissing removal cards. So as I'm kind of like a potion hoarder type person, and so the idea of losing anything is difficult for me to process without having it feel like a major loss. So yeah, so that's just kind of a problem for me. I have trouble getting rid of cards unless they're actively bad. So in this case, so some of these restore starter cards are actually how I unlock the most powerful ability of my champion. So these ones I definitely would not want to get rid of because the game has found a really good way to use them. The torch cards are good for removing weak enemies. Like if I didn't have them, I feel like I was missing something, and all of the cards would be upgraded in these really dramatic ways. That means that it might actually be useful for me to hold on to my early cards so that I can upgrade these sort of simple cards to do complicated things, or at least do powerful things. Okay, these guys are not going to take a lot of damage, unless... boom. Okay, this shield is a problem. So I think we should summon somebody into this spot. And then Rage and Armor. Okay, these guys are both going to be taken out without damaging these guys. That's good. Oh, I should definitely apply some Rage and Armor to this character. Now they're super powerful. Well, so the characters... I love applying things like Rage to characters who have multi-strike because they just... like, this character triples whatever I do to them. So that was definitely worth taking some pyre damage to be able to afford to apply that particular ability. Nice. And then... yeah, that character is super powerful now. Oh, these crappy cards. Okay, so I don't have room for this new character, so ignore that. Battering Ram. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 4 times the amount of armor on friendly units. Oh, total? Is it just on this floor? Let's see here. 40, yeah, 40 damage. Okay. And on this floor, this would also be 40 damage. So I could annihilate this, but this is already going to almost go away. So I think this might be most valuable here. Now they're both going to die. The only problem is, of course, again, I'm not getting rid of the fancy card. So that's dumb. Let's just do 2 damage to this guy. Ooh, one thing I didn't notice. Because there's no enemies on this floor, the boss is vulnerable. So the boss shows up on the flying bosses show up on a floor, and if you can get rid of all the enemies, then the damage that you do applies to the boss. And so you can actually preemptively hit the boss before it's the boss's turn, which is nice. I'm sacrificing so much pyre right now. Okay, so we're going to kill the statue and take do some more damage to the boss. That's good. Okay, I can restore 30 health to someone, which that's about what this person needs. This one also has got a lot of room for additional health, though, and does more damage. So, ooh, and I can put a welder helper in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is armor this one. Use a minor heal. Oh, crap! Crap! I did not... this costs 3. I don't have 3 now. I'm so sad. That was a stupid move. Alright, well... let's do that. And we're good. So, Awesome Twitch Dude asks, will you replay The Last of Us 1 before the sequel comes out? No, because look at all the other games I'm trying to play. I can't go back and play an old game I've already played when, you know, I've got all these other games I want to discover. I've just started playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, for instance, which it came out ages ago, but I'm only just now getting around to it. I've got a bunch of games like that I've never played that are on my backlog. I got to play through them before I start playing, at least story games, from the beginning again. There's some games that I still like to play that are not really story games, like Slay the Spire I still play in my spare time. Stuff like that. It's a little different for me, but a game that's very story-based, I usually don't want to go back to it if there's other stuff out there that I could be experiencing that's new. Okay, so I can add Rage 12 to someone and make them crazy. This guy's actually going to heal? Oh, because this guy's here. Right. So I can use Restore. Oh, I can put another welder helper on one of these. Seems pretty valuable, actually. Let's do welder helper. Let's do a Restore to do some ridiculous damage. Okay, so now we're going to be killing the healer, which means this guy's going to take damage instead of doing damage. And then let's add some rage to this guy. Super powerful now. Love it. Again, just accepting a bunch of pyre damage. Nobody has an attack. Okay, here we go. So these are all going to die, but we're going to do 261 damage. That's pretty good. Is there anything else I can do about this? Restore a friendly unit to full health. So the question is, okay, this guy does 18 damage. Would adding, what is it? A little bit more than 18 damage to this guy, that means that he'll live just a little bit longer, which means this one will get to attack again. That's pretty powerful. Is it more powerful than letting these guys attack in? They do 25 damage. This one does, yeah, no, that does seem worthwhile. So let's do that. Let's restore friendly units to full health. So yeah, now we're doing way more damage to the enemy. So that was a good move. What else can I do? Let's just do extra damage. Let's do extra damage again. Oh, and 22 damage. Yeah, okay, so all our slots are full. We can't use this, but this guy is almost dead. Kind of satisfying to watch this go on. down to 4 health. I love how frequently I get these characters down to very little, but not quite dead. But I can torch him from here. Or her. Torch her from here. Alright, we did it. Okay. Extra health and spikes. Still really expensive. Ooh, another one of these. That would be really valuable. And then more actions per turn. This still seems to be what's been blocking me. Versus more capacity. I have been limited by this. I very rarely have been limited by this. I always want energy. Slay the Spire has taught me that's the most valuable thing. Sheesh, how long is this run? It's starting to get late. I don't know if I should keep playing this, honestly. Well, I mean, I can't last forever, right? Eventually, I mean, I'm not that great at this. I'm gonna start failing. Okay, so I can restore the pyre. Ooh, 4 units to get more powers. Frozen Cave. Upgrade my champion. Yeah, I like this. Pyre. New powers. Okay, do some extra health. Extra attack. I'm surprised these are so cheap. Okay, like... So this character's got multi-strike? I can natively upgrade them so they're already doing way more damage up front. And then I can also increase the number of multi-strikes they have. So that's cool. And then that character just ran out of room for health. I could up this character's starting health, but they already have so much capacity later on. The welder helpers, though, they tend to be kind of low, so maybe that's where that belongs. Oh, wait, I could actually spend 50 to re-roll? Let's do that. Oh, so I've got even more options here. So I can't do this one. I don't know what endless is. Oh, you get to draw them again immediately when they die. Okay, so let's grab another one of my multi-strike characters and up their damage. And then let's up somebody's health. This Horned Warrior is so vulnerable all the time. Well, I'm really feeling like my army is getting pretty powerful. And then what's in these caverns? A penance yard comes into view, a truly terrible sight. Dead Hellborn from across the 9 rings of hell are strung up as atonement just for existing. At the base of these awful contraptions are some familiar blights, but peeking through you can see something of value underneath the rubble. Which pile do you inspect further? So I can gain Ember Stasis. Ooh, playing a blight card. I don't know what a blight card is, though. Gain Penitent Remains. When summoned, friendly units get +1 attack for every blight card in your deck. So are these blight cards... The card next to it, is that a blight card? Broken Shards. Whenever you play your first blight card each turn, restore 5 pyre health. What? How does this work? So, this one seems like the simplest. Let's grab this one. Just to see if I'm understanding how it works. Alright. Oh, and then I can upgrade my champion. Okay, so I can keep doing this, or... Oh wait, Revenge. When damaged, draw 1. Interesting. I don't feel like I'm currently limited that way, but... Dealing 60 damage to the front line, it seems so valuable. I don't think I can pass that up. Alright, a battle awaits. Alright, the Penitent. Okay, let's see here. Lots of health on this one. Okay, so I've got this guy, which I can restore to full health, which is nice. So we can have massive amounts of health on this guy, but not a ton of damage. Animus of Will is the one that can have a ton of damage, so let's throw this on here with the Animus of Will behind it, doing a bunch of damage. Let's put the... Okay, you know what? I do seem to have... Well, the first turn I think I get extra energy. So let's fill this one up. And then do a restore here. So now this character's going to die. This one will make it through, but it's facing this guy, so I think we're good. Haha. A little robber. Okay, so... No one's going to hit this guy, but I think if I put a welder helper on this guy... Oh, we get Horned Warrior. Let's see here. We've got room for a welder helper here. Horned Warrior will probably do it just as well. We should definitely do some self-mutilation. We've got the 22 damage guy. Okay, so welder helper here. Armor in the front. Horned Warrior here. Killing both of these guys. Let's get rid of the self-mutilation. 22 damage to this guy. And then 2 damage. Do I care? Sure, whatever. End turn. Putting all these crap cards in my deck. Okay, this guy's got 100 armor. I wish I had like a poison ability like in Slay the Spire where you can bypass the armor and just do a bunch of damage directly to their health. I need to be doing a lot more damage. So, okay, this guy's gonna get killed. This one's not. Oh, I can rage it up. Let's rage at this guy. Okay, so now this guy's gonna die, and this one's even gonna take some damage. That's good. I've got 3 left. Okay, quick and multi-strike versus armor. Okay. Let's put the armored guy in front, the damage dealer in the back, and then I'll spend that, and there we go. So it's these guys that are giving me the bad cards. Sheesh, okay. So now they don't have the armor guy in front of them. These guys are going to get killed by the first time, which is great. Ooh, I can give somebody more rage and armor. Good, because these guys are going to live. This guy's going to die. So what happens if I rage it up? Well, I've got other things I can do that are also useful. Like, this person seems kind of vulnerable. If anybody shows up with, like, the ability to hit the entire row, this one's going away. So I should probably up their health. No particular call for me to do 2 damage to anybody, so I can ignore this one. Yeah, I don't want my pyre to take 5 damage. Let's get rid of those. So now I'm down to this, and so this is a spot where I want to do more damage right now, so let's do that. Put those stupid cards in my deck. Okay. This guy, not quite dead. What can I do about that? Not a ton. These guys are making it upstairs. I don't think I've got really an option that helps very much with these guys. These guys, I can probably make more of a difference too. By doing that. And then that. Okay, this guy's gonna go now. I guess I can get rid of these. And then what do I torch? I guess I'll just get this one a little bit closer to death. Alright, so they did a little bit of damage, but not that bad. Now we get a brief respite before the boss shows up, so let's see what we can do here. Extra rage and armor. Definitely want that applied to this character with the massive multi-strike. And, oh, right, that was an X card, so, well, that's all I can do. Wasn't thinking about that. Okay, here's the boss. How's this gonna go? We're gonna kill the boss. Sweet. Well, I mean, it's kind of silly for me to be doing this, but why not? Alright. Let's watch him kill the boss very slowly. I guess not as slowly as they could. Haha! Take that, boss. Alright. Descend a unit and restore 10 health, so they drop down to another floor. Apply spikes. Apply rooted 1 to an enemy unit. Draw +1 next turn. Okay, that seems valuable. Let's give that a try. And then sacrifice an imp. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. Apply rage 3. Well, let's just go with that one. Alright, is this... Ooh, this might be the last one. Okay, well, it's getting really late, but if we've only got one left, we've only got one left. Forge my units, remove cards, restore pyre health versus forge spells, duplicate a card, get some cash, artifacts. Let's do this side. Cash, duplicate a card. Which card do I want to duplicate? This rage card is pretty powerful. You can also duplicate any of my dudes. Let's duplicate this one. Forge my spells. Oh wait, actually, before I do this, let's see what the artifacts are first. Might want to spend most of my money on these. Armor for 15. When you summon the second unit during a turn, gain extra energy. Okay. When a card with Consume is played, restore 5 pyre health. I don't have that many of those. Okay, these artifacts are not worth it. Let's upgrade my spells instead. plus 20 power and consume. Upgrade a spell to cost less. And holdover. What was holdover again? Oh, yeah, top of the drop pile. Okay. Well, let's make... Oh, slots are full on these guys. So I guess I can make some of these free? Ooh, battering ram. And awake. Yeah. Have those cost less. Plus 20 power and consume. 22 health, but regen is still 1. Ooh, 22 damage to all enemy units. That seems worth making it a one-shot. Let's do it. And then... I don't know which one I would use. I'm just immediately getting it again. I guess this one. Actually, that'd be valuable for it. Okay, well, let's re-roll. And then... Okay, make another one cheaper. Plus 20 power and consume. Alright. Let's make battering ram cheaper. Okay, this just will do an extra 20 damage. And it consumes. Well, let's see here, what else? I could just do another torch like that. That's probably better. Let's just do another torch that way. And leave. Okay, so I think this is the final battle. Let's see how this goes. The end is near. The great traitor will devour your spells. It's going to devour my spells? Is this the last one? The first spell card played each turn gets consumed. Oh, wow, okay. 999, alright. Okay, so this one gets consumed, but this one doesn't get consumed? Or this... Oh, it already has consumed. That's right. Okay, so... So is it worth it for me to use this when it's going to get consumed? So this one has consumed naturally already. So maybe I don't care. So let's hold on to this one. It might be more valuable later. Oh, wait a minute. It's only the first one that gets consumed, right? So I could have used that one because it wouldn't have gotten consumed, right? I think? Oh, I don't even know. We'll find out this next time, so... Wait a minute. These guys do enough damage. This one will be vulnerable. This guy less so. So let's do this. Let's apply Rage 3 to this one as an experiment. Okay, yeah, so this does not have Consume now. Alright, cool. Yay, we're damaging the boss! Okay, let's see. Okay, the Awoken Hollow. That's a nice one. Let's throw that up there. This is a really powerful one. Goes best here. This one in front is annoying. I don't need to fire this one off that many times. Let's throw that up there. Now this one no longer consumes, so let's just use it now. Okay, we're gonna do some damage to this guy, but that's it. I guess we gotta be happy with that. Okay. So this guy's just dropping new units like crazy. Okay, so we're only to kill this guy? That's not cool. And unfortunately, I don't have any heals I can use here. These guys are about to get killed. Well, that's not good. Alright, so I can... Yeah, he's gonna survive that. So, alright, I think the best move is for me to take out this guy and this guy, which means this guy will take a bunch of damage but won't be killed. Then we'll take him out. He'll get taken out. This guy's gonna get taken out, and unfortunately 2 damage is not enough to matter here, so he's gonna make it upstairs. Where does 2 damage matter? Nowhere. Maybe on the boss. And we'll just get rid of these and end the turn. They're whittling my guys down a lot. Sheesh. Okay, so I can supercharge this guy. They're gonna attack first though, so they're gonna take out both of my guys before I can do anything. Oh, but so normally I'd want to use this on this guy, but he's safe this turn. That's gonna preserve these guys. And then my power taking 1 damage is not a big deal. Me doing 22 damage to somebody else, is that a big deal? If I take this guy out, that might actually matter quite a bit. This guy not as much. He's adding self-mutilation, doesn't matter that much. So, yeah, I think it's probably worth it for me to do this, so he doesn't get that preemptive 10 attack, and then apply the rest of this over here. And, oh wait, I get a +3. Sweet, okay, cool. I love the +3s on the X's, because that means you can use them with 0 energy left. Nice. Damage on the boss. Ugh. Okay. Well, we should definitely add another character here. Especially one with a damage shield. Okay, so I could consume both of these. Might be worthwhile. This guy's gonna survive. Okay, so we're going to do 70 damage here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this again. Even though it could be wasteful, so we kill this guy. And then get rid of these cards. This one's getting pretty intense. I really don't know if these characters are going to make it. How many rounds does this have? Alright, so these guys are going to be fine against him. These guys are going to barely survive him. Actually, ooh, I can use this guy to help out. What's going on here? 10 damage. Yeah. Not great. Not a lot up, just only 2 damage. Yeah, it's not worth much. Well, I guess I can preserve this guy a bit. Okay, yeah, so if I use these on this guy. Now this guy doesn't take damage, and I don't have to protect him this turn. So I can protect this guy this turn with armor. And I don't have room for these, so maybe that's a reason why instead of getting extra energy, which is often going to waste, I should have made extra room for characters, so I could have fit these guys on a level. But I can't, so there we go, that's me learning. Brief respite? No? Okay, final wave. So he's joining in with the guy. There's no brief respite? Ugh. Okay. Okay, these guys are going to survive and kill all these folks. That's good. These guys are not going to survive. What do I do about this? Okay, so I can spend this to restore 30 health, and I'll get it again next turn. Oh, right, so this guy's still going to attack like crazy, but at least we're going to last a little bit longer. I don't know. How valuable would this be? He's doing a fair amount of damage. Would it be more valuable for me to restore this guy to full health? Because restoring this guy to full health means that we gain 70 versus gaining 50 some? I guess this difference isn't that huge. Rage. Oh, rage would be really... So do we... You know what? Maybe we do this because I'm thinking short term. We'll do extra damage here, extra damage there. Okay, that was a good move. And who knows? Maybe I'll... By the time we get up here, maybe I'll reshuffle and get that card back. Ritual of Battle definitely should be applied to this character, mostly for next turn, and get rid of self-mutilation. Alright. Alright, now the boss fights us. Kill the minions. Now the boss gets to fight again. And each time my heals catch up, they do extra damage to the boss. That's nice. It's the next floor I'm hoping the boss will take the most damage, though. If I can keep the guys up there alive long enough. Unfortunately, oh, this guy, he might just kill them in one turn. Okay. Why is he not killing them? Oh, this one's got 20 armor, that's why. Can I do better? Let's see here. Yes. I can put a welder helper on. Didn't make a difference. Okay, right. I wasn't doing the math here. I can do extra health on this one. 417, that's good. Oh, I can root the enemy here for one turn. I don't think it applies to bosses. But I think I can still use it because I could draw +1 next turn. No room for this guy. I can restore. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. Oh, no, it did. Oh, that's right, because one hit no longer kills this guy. So that's going to make the whole team last longer. And we're going to win. So now he does no damage to this one this turn. So he gets the full brunt. Not quite enough to kill it. Nice. Okay, cool. So are we down to one more battle? Is there still a separate boss battle? Looks like it. Well, let's see what this is. I've never been here before. I was just killed by a boss, I guess. My first run. A normal boss. Oh, wait, Victor. Oh, wait. Oh, that was the boss. Covenant rank 1. The Covenant allows you to opt into a higher challenge level and start mastering cards on victory. Mastering cards. What does that mean? Your Covenant rank goes up each time you win a run at your highest unlocked rank. Hell yeah. Okay, so I've leveled up Awoken and unlocked a new card I've never had before. Apply regen to and spikes to add a copy of this card to your discard pile. And normal root, gain +1 stack of spikes each time applied. Okay. Keep leveling up, getting more cards. Nice, okay. This feels good. That felt like a productive victory. Oh, and it's giving me a nice accounting of what I've found so far and what's left to get. That's something I feel like I'm missing in Slay the Spires. I don't really have a strong sense that there's a whole lot to unlock. I mean, there's basically each character has got a certain number of unlocks and then you're kind of done. This is kind of a satisfying sort of anticipatory screen. I like that. Alright, but I played this way longer than I expected to, and I think I'm done. So, thank you so much for coming here. Monster Train is actually way more interesting than I expected to be. I'd only done that one short halting run before. I hadn't played a full run before. And the enemies get really interesting. You know, each battle had its own weird challenges and problems to solve. I feel like playing, you know, this army that I was playing, you know, focusing on the Awoken instead of the, what, Horn people? What, I forgot what they were called. Like, it's just a very different strategy that I had to adopt. It's really cool. So I really like this game, and I think other people should check it out too. So with that, we'll wrap it up and move on. It's 3:44. It's very late at night. I'm gonna fall asleep.